glowing star Ethan's 3 bright stars. The quietest, sweetest, and most magical hour of the night had arrived. Outside, the wind was gently swaying the branches of the trees in the garden, and the leaves were rubbing against each other, humming a peaceful song, rustle, rustle. In the sky, the moon shone like a giant silver tray, while the stars around it twinkled like tiny nightlights, watching over the world. In the warm home of the Baxter family, 5-year-old Ethan was lying in his soft bed. He was wearing his favorite pajamas with blue rocket ship pictures on them. His pillow was as fluffy as a cloud. Next to him lay his best friend of many years, his teddy bear Mr. Cuddles, whose brown fur was a little messy but whose hugs were worth the world. The big light in the room had long been turned off. Only the small bedside lamp cast a honey-colored, dim, and safe light across the room. This light softened the shadows of the pictures on the wall. The door opened slowly, without a single squeak, and his mother, Kate, glided inside. She smelled of lavender, just like she always did. She sat on the edge of the bed, smoothed the duvet up to Ethan's shoulders, and began to stroke his hair in a gentle, rhythmic motion. "How was your day, my little explorer?" his mother asked in a whisper. Her voice was soft as velvet. Ethan thought for a moment, staring up at the ceiling. "It was good, Mom. I had so much fun at the park. But when my ice cream slipped from my hand and fell plop onto the ground this afternoon, I felt very bad. It was like the colors inside me turned a bit gray." His mother smiled with compassion. "I know, honey. You were right to be sad in that moment. Sometimes things go wrong. But remember, what do we do every night before we sleep to warm up our hearts? We play that magic thank you game, right?" Ethan's face lit up, and the tiredness in his eyes was replaced by a sweet sparkle. He loved this game. The rule was simple. Before going to sleep, he had to find 3 things from that day that made him smile and made his heart flutter with joy. These would be Ethan's 3 bright stars, glowing in the dark. Ethan played with Mr. Cuddles' soft ear and took a deep breath. "I'm ready, Mom," he said. The first star, the green bicycle and the song of the wind. Ethan closed his eyes. Images of the day came alive in his mind. "My first thank you," he said with an excited but sleepy voice, "is for my green bicycle." His mother asked curiously, "Why your bicycle specifically?" "Because," said Ethan, smiling as if reliving the moment. "Today, when Dad and I were racing in the park, I pedaled so hard that my wheels spun so fast they became invisible. As I went down the hill, the wind caressed my face and sang a song in my ears, whoosh. I could smell the trees. I felt free like an airplane gliding in the air, not just a boy on the ground. If I didn't have my bike, I couldn't have danced with the wind." "That is a wonderful feeling," his mother said. "Thank you for your strong legs that carry you and for the bicycle that gives you freedom." Ethan raised his hand in the air and placed an imaginary star in the sky that shone with a bright green light. Ping! The second star, the warm soup and its steam. Ethan thought a little more. His tummy gave a gentle rumble, and he remembered dinner. The room seemed to fill with that beautiful smell again. "My second thank you," he said, swallowing, "is for that orange, delicious-smelling soup we had for dinner." His mother giggled. "The pumpkin soup?" "Yes," said Ethan. "It was a bit cold outside, even the tip of my nose was freezing. But when I came home and held that bowl, its warmth heated up my fingers." A thin wisp of steam was rising from the soup. "When I took the first spoonful, it was like a small, warm sun rose inside my tummy. All my coldness went away, and I relaxed. Thank you that we have delicious food to eat." His mother leaned in and planted a tiny kiss on Ethan's forehead, right between his eyebrows. "Thank you for warm meals, for the hands that cook them, and for nature that feeds us." Ethan placed his second imaginary star, glowing orange, in the sky. Ping! The third star, the most important one. It was time for the last star. This was usually the most special, the deepest one. Ethan remembered that sad moment when his ice cream fell. It was a grey moment. But then, something happened that scattered that greyness. "Mom," said Ethan, slowly opening his eyes to look at her. "My third and biggest thank you is for my friend Lily." "Why Lily?" "I was about to cry when my ice cream fell," Ethan explained. "My eyes were filling up with tears. But Lily came to my side without a second thought. She held out her own strawberry ice cream. She said, 'Don't be sad, Ethan, we can share mine. Sharing is sweeter than eating alone.' In that moment, even without eating the ice cream, the sadness in my heart disappeared. I felt very special." His mother was touched, her eyes shining. "That is very precious, Ethan. Toys break, and ice cream melts away. But friendship, kindness, and sharing stay in the heart forever. Thank you for having a friend with a gentle heart like Lily." Ethan placed the third, biggest, and brightest pink star in the sky, right next to the others. Ping! The room became completely quiet. Ethan didn't feel the tiredness or sadness of the day at all anymore. In his mind, there was only the coolness of the wind, the warmth of the soup, and his friend's smile. His body sank deeper into the bed, his arms and legs feeling heavy and relaxed. "Mom," said Ethan with a huge yawn. "Yes, sweetheart?" "When I say thank you, those grey clouds inside me scatter away. It's like colourful, light balloons take their place. My heart feels as light as a feather." His mother tucked the duvet up to Ethan's chin with care and snuggled Mr. Cuddles in next to him. "That is exactly what happens, Ethan. Saying thank you is like flinging the windows of your heart wide open and letting the fresh morning sun in. The more you say thank you, the brighter and more spacious your heart becomes." His mother turned off the bedside lamp. The room was now lit only by moonlight. "Good night, my little star collector. Play under those beautiful stars in your dreams. Sweet dreams. Good night, Mum." "Good night, Mr. Cuddles," murmured Ethan. His voice was no more than a whisper now. When Ethan closed his eyes, He was smiling under the imaginary light of the 3 stars he had collected. The toys he had, the warm food he ate, and the people he loved. They were all with him like guardian angels. And with these happy, safe thoughts, Ethan fell into a sound, deep sleep filled with colorful dreams in seconds. Outside, the moon continued to shine, and inside, a little boy's heart beat warmly and rhythmically with gratitude.